Have you ever seen the movie Ready Player One?
This is the very first Pokemon versus MetaZoo pack battle in the history of the world. I never lose.
What is up, guys? My name is Gertis. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have something pretty amazing, something pretty historic. We actually make history today. Today I interview King Pokemon himself, Gary.
I have probably the world's #1 Pokemon collection.
I have the king himself, King Pokemon, aka Gary.
Wait, Gary, they're all Shadowless Neds. I'm holding $1 million in my hand.
Not only that, I opened up a vintage Team Rocket booster pack, and we did the very first ever Pokemon versus MetaZoo pack battle. So you're gonna have to watch, see who wins, leave a comment down below of who you think the winner is. It's pretty surprising what happened, actually very shocking what happened. I was shook. I was shooketh to my core. So it was amazing having him, and we had a really great conversation, and we answered some questions you probably were not expecting, and got into some amazing details. So anyways, guys, please, if you like the video, then like the video, all right? Just throw down a like, subscribe. It helps so much. It takes $0 to be a good person and do that. It takes just very minimal effort. It's just right there. And follow myself as well as King Pokemon Gary on his social media channels. All the details will be down below, and you'll see your little tickers that are gonna pop up. It's gonna be like ding, and it's gonna show like, oh, there's my Instagram, and oh, there's Gary's Instagram. You'll see it. So anyways, guys, I appreciate you all, and I hope you guys love the video.
You know, it's interesting you talking about, following your passion, because I couldn't understand that any more than I already do, because when I was a kid or a young adult, I went to UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles, and I studied biological chemistry, which was my parents' idea and their dream for me to go into the sciences. And so, back then, that's about 50 years ago almost, right? Back then, you kind of did what your parents expected, and they paid for everything and supported you, and so you were obligated, to do it. Well, my minor was in journalism, in which I loved. I loved journalism. Cool. I wrote for the UCLA Bruin for the newspaper. I got to be co-editor at one time, for a short period of time. It was really, that was my passion. But my major was biological chemistry. So when I finally got out of school, I just totally left the sciences behind. And so by what you're saying, it's important. It's important because, you're the one who's going to have to do it the rest of your life. You're the one who's going to have to answer to it. You're the one who's going to, make your future. And these days, parents aren't as, hands-on in that respect. In general. And so I do understand what you're saying about, following your passion, doing what you enjoy. Because listen, I'm 67 now, and it's not like I have a whole lot of years left, right? But I see a whole lot of my past where I could have been doing other things that would have, given me a little fuller life in that, if you know what I'm saying. So that best advice I can give to young people, like you, is what you've already said, and that is, maybe you got to do some things for job or business or whatever, but don't push your passions aside. Those are what should guide you. Those are what should lead you.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. This is what you got. You only got so much time as far as we're definitively aware, and you got to make the most of it to the best of your ability. Right. And there's so much opportunity in any realm, especially like nowadays. Like, there's so much opportunity in from anything, including Pokemon. It's great. It's great that the opportunity is there. So it's not impossible. And you know, I've done it before. I've grown channel before. I've grown lots of people before. So I know I can do it again. I'm not too worried about it. But what I'm mainly, you know, what's important to me is that, you know, life is good. I'm providing the value that I want to provide to as many people as I can. And I don't want to be like looked at as like, oh, you're just a photographer that shoots these kinds of people. It's like, no, I'm more than that. I'm a good guy. I got a lot of good information and I want to help.
Yeah, so. Well, you know, that's one of the reasons I did check you out, you know, before agreeing to do the interview. And I totally saw that, and seriously, it's a real honor for me to do this with you. So. Oh,
dude, I am so honored too. So thank you, I appreciate it. That's amazing. So I'm very grateful that you are taking the time to do this. That is amazing. Cool. Well, let's dive in. I do have some questions for you. If you got some answers. I'm a part of a bunch of different Pokemon groups, so I put a post up. And say, hey, you know, I'm going to be interviewing Gary. Does anybody have any questions? And it just went off. I had hundreds of comments and just all sorts of things. So after reviewing all of the comments, I gotta ask, how often is it that people are like, hey, do you want to give me a Charizard? How often do people ask you that? Because I cannot believe it.
Yeah, that's multiple times a day, of course. Yeah, you have so many. You have a lot of them. It's funny. My Instagram post today that I made on Real King Pokemon. That one I had somebody send me. I don't know if it's 20 Charizards or something like that, but I autograph every single one on the card, and then I sent them back to him today. That's why I went to the post office.
Nice.
And he is going to be selling those with my autograph for the foundation, you know, for charity, nice. all of it. So, right. Well, you know, one thing we were discussing earlier was I have a piece of artwork that was. Do you want to do that now?
Yeah, lay it on me. I'd love to see it. Let's do it.
It's a one of one that was signed. That was drawn by Chris RKW on Instagram. Great artist, Pokemon artist, just a great artist all the way around. And he sketched a picture that I had signed by the subject. And now I'm going to be, I'm going to be using that to have it. For charity, for auction and for charity, and so I'll show you that. Now this has only been seen by the one who signed it, myself,
we got an exclusive.
So your people are going to be seeing this, but the next time you see it, it's going to be framed, professionally framed, and then auctioned off. But here
that's amazing. Wow, that's beautiful. That's extremely well done. Wow.
Yeah, it's a one of one sketch. I don't know if you can read that.
Yep. Wow.
And it's by Chris RWK, and I have pictures of Steve signing it and holding it up. That would come with the picture.
Yeah, I'm sure 99% of people ask you about Charizard, but I am aware that that's not quite your favorite Pokemon, right?
No, Venusaur is actually my favorite.
Venusaur.
Always has been. Yes.
Yes. And so I gotta ask you, is your Venusaur collection just as impressive as your Charizard one?
No.
No?
No, not even close. I have all of the older ones, some PSA 10s. It's not that kind of a collectible though.
Yeah, I understand. Are there any other kind of Pokemon cards that you like to collect aside from Charizards?
Well, I just like collecting everything. I have all the sets pretty much. I kind of slacked off a little this last 10 years. With the newer sets, I like them, but I only, have so much time
So you're not as into opening the newer stuff. It sounds like.
No, not really. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
Here's,
Hey, there it is.
Steve signed after he signed it.
That is phenomenal. You
Yeah,
sure that's
so-
not Photoshop, Gary?
Yeah, pretty sure.
I'm just playing.
Considering now, I didn't take the picture, but I was right across the table. So
I saw the last I think it was the last YouTube video you made struggling with the thumbnail, so I'm gonna have to believe you that's not Photoshop.
I'm the worst at that. Yeah. And there's him signing it.
That's amazing. That's incredible.
And so that'll be coming out soon, and again it'll all be going to brain health, brain health and autism also.
Yeah, the Aoki Foundation, right?
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. I love it. I love everything he's doing. I think it's really cool to see it all, unfold and to see his interest in the hobby, and it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Big time, and he's for real.
Mm-hmm.
He loves collecting.
Mm-hmm.
He loves Pokemon like crazy, but he also loves Dragon Ball and Yu-Gi-Oh and sports and now he even loves a new game called MetaZoo.
Yeah, I don't know too much about MetaZoo. Do you mind giving me just a brief overview of it?
Yeah. Well, I've had some opportunity to talk to the originator, the founder.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Michael Waddell.
Okay.
And we talked a lot because my background originally was in the sciences, and he's a physicist, mathematician. So he's, we have something in common there. And, but his passion, kind of what you're talking about, right? His passion was not in the sciences either, even though he went a long way through school to get those degrees. What he loved was like Magic the Gathering, Dragon Ball, Pokemon. That's what he loved. And so about 3 or 4 years ago, he decided to see, people think he just started this last year since it's been hot, but no, he started 3-4 years ago.
Nice.
And what he did was he decided to have a game like Pokemon with like watercolor type artwork in that. But with real cryptid, like Bigfoot,
that's cool.
Mothman, and those, different cryptids from different regions around the country. We all have our own cryptids.
Right.
And,
right. I like it.
And then using those to build a game, and in turn build the cards. And this last year, he was able to get it, get them produced and all that. And I think his first edition base set is going to be coming out the end of July. So he did have some Kickstarters. And so I got a hold of a bunch of the Kickstarters because I loved the idea last year when he came out with the idea. It was nothing then, right? But I said, what a great idea. This sounds like a lot of fun. It's like Pokemon, but real Pokemon.
Yeah, it's like much more tied to reality, which is really cool.
Right. Yes. And who knows? Some of them might be real, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Subsequent sets are going to be coming out, from international cryptids, like Loch Ness Monster. Asia has a whole bunch of cryptids. A lot of characters like that that are native to their regions. Or native. I always have to say that because I'm not saying everything is real, but it's awful. But I'll tell you, it's an awful lot of fun. It was a great idea. I thought this is Pokemon with using cryptids. And Pokemon were all made up, of course, right?
Right.
Well, yet there's no boring ones at all. There's no, Digletts, right? I mean, these are real cool, artwork, and which you appreciate. I'm not an artist, and in fact, I would be the last one you would turn to for that. But I sure appreciate it. I sure love, looking at it. And so when I saw it, I thought, and yet he's a young guy. I don't think he's 30 yet. Maybe he is. And I feel part of my job is to encourage and help young people, follow their dreams and, do what I can to support them. And so with him, I kind of took him under my wing, not that he really needed me, but, to try to support and to help him. And so like he's coming, he lives in New York. He's flying out here next week just to meet me and talk and, talk about MetaZoo and, and that. So, but again, there's no financial interest in it, for me. It's just that I love seeing young people succeed at their dreams. I love seeing young people work hard and actually accomplish something, accomplish what they dream about.
Yes.
And so nothing makes me feel better than that. So, so anyway, that's the MetaZoo, story.
I love it. Yeah. I love that. That's great. That's great.
Something else, if I can tell you something else.
Lay it on me. Lay it all on me. I'm all here. I'm all ears. I'm all eyes. I'm loving it.
What he's doing with MetaZoo is he's selling them only through LGSs, through card shops and stores, right? Just independent private card shop. That's how he's selling them. When his first edition comes out in subsequent sets. No Walmarts, no Targets, nothing like that. All of them, and not online, not through his own website, things like that. It's all going to go through the game stores. And because he feels he needs to do that to help, build respectability. His boxes, like one box of his Kickstarter, sells for $2,000 to $3,000 now, which is totally ridiculous.
It's amazing. It's incredible already.
It's a brand new thing. It's just such a great idea, but he wants to keep it affordable, and he doesn't ghost list or anything like that. He's not trying to make money. He gives away a whole bunch of this stuff, a whole bunch to different people. See, I didn't know that when I bought them when they were a Kickstarter. I should have waited because he would have given me a bunch just to play with.
Yeah. So,
but anyway, I think the whole general story around him and MetaZoo, I think, is a great story.
Yeah, that's really amazing, and obviously the level of support you show for other people trying to create, their passion into their life. It's phenomenal, and it's a big respect for things of that nature. So that's incredible. And I've been seeing the MetaZoo, and I've been like looking into it a little bit. I have unformed opinions. I think that the LGS idea is smart. It's smart from a business perspective because if you only go LGS, then it's all going to be very contingent on market value and not on any kind of retail value. Right. So I could see how that would be smart because the demand for it will increase because it will be harder to find.
Also, the games they play, you don't go into Walmart, to play tournaments, right?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
You go into the card shops to play tournaments and things. So
yes.
And you need to have that side of the game to be successful, and he realizes that.
Yeah. So, yeah. Absolutely. Very smart play. I appreciate that. While we're on the subject, why don't we do our pack battle?
Well, okay, but let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I love Pokemon, right? And
you like Pokemon?
I do. and I like the vintage Japanese. And that was a Japanese Team Rocket you held up, right?
I was gonna do Japanese, but I decided to opt for one of the English. Okay.
I don't think anybody has ever done a Pokemon battle, Pokemon versus MetaZoo. So what I'm thinking, if you're up to the challenge,
hearing it.
What I'm thinking is you and I are going to battle your beautiful Team Rocket pack against this MetaZoo pack, and let your watchers, decide, who wins. Do you win and I win? Now I gotta warn you about something though. I never lose. I am seriously maybe the luckiest person on the planet when it comes. I mean, I've beaten all the big guys. I've beaten Leon Hart, Lee twice. You know, we've had 2 big pack battles. I beat him twice. Nate, you know, just everybody. So, you know, I wish you luck, but seriously, it's going to take a lot of luck to win this.
No, you might get a whomping here, Gary. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I am totally uninformed about the value of MetaZoo cards. So we will have to let the viewers decide, and maybe your expertise can weigh in a little bit. But yeah, I am all ready for it. We can definitely make it happen. Do you know what the card trick is for Team Rocket? I can't remember if it's 3.
3? Is it 3?
I think it's 3.
Yeah.
I can do a quick
although
double check.
it's okay if whatever it is.
Yeah.
So do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
Ooh, let's have you go first.
Okay.
You go first. I gotta see what I'm fighting against here.
Okay, so it's the MetaZoo. Now you notice the blue ox, right? Now
Yes.
that's a cryptid.
Chinese mythology.
No, that's actually Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan and his ox, right?
Got it. Okay.
Well, you see, I always thought Paul Bunyan was real, but it turns out he's a cryptid, and there's his ox. So
Wow.
Okay, let's open up this ox here.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm so ready. Does MetaZoo have a card trick?
It's the last card.
Nice. They're thinking.
Yeah, it's either the last card or the one before the last card.
Got it.
Let me see here. Let me see. See, I can tell if it's going to be the last card or not. Okay, this is going to be the last card.
Alrighty.
So, now I can't read that if I show it to you, but
Oh, pass trap.
okay. Pass trap.
Nice. Oh, we got the Sans Leaf 4-leaf clover. All right.
Okay.
That's pretty neat. I like that. All right. Pyrotechnic blast. Okay.
All right.
I could have read that wrong, but who knows?
Oh, that's a cool one.
Oh, that one is really cool. I can't read it, but oh wait, there it is. Shadow People. That's pretty cool.
Shadow
That is a really cool art. I really like the art
And
on
this
that.
this is drawn by Poncho. You know, they have like several artists that they use to draw the cryptids. Poncho's a good
Wow.
one. He has a lot of imagination.
That's so cool. I love that
Yeah.
art style.
Yeah, it's kind of the old school, you know.
Yeah.
Instead of all these digital full arts and all that, you know.
Yeah.
Can you make that one out?
I can't make that one out, but that one's really
Okay.
cool too. It's like
It
some
is.
cool watercolor.
Menehune, Menehune.
Menehune. Oh, I like it.
Salem's Witches.
Hey, that's
See,
cool.
Again, you remember the
That.
Salem witch hunts.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
the girls weren't really witches, but they were said to be witches, so that makes them a cryptid.
That's amazing. Yeah, I've been to Salem. That's pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
What is this guy? I can't really see it too well.
See, it's Fog of War.
Oh, I like it. That's cool.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
the rare.
yeah. Let me.
Oh.
Okay, this one's not.
That's a beautiful watercolor land.
Yeah. See, sometimes they're the last card, sometimes the second to last.
Got it.
Just with the Kickstarter.
Yes,
Oh.
there it is.
You already got that. Now
I already got that one.
Here now. With the rare, there's 2 reverse hollows
Mhm.
to every hollow.
Got it.
So a reverse hollow, I love the reverse hollows because only the characters, kind of like the old Shinings, like the Shining Charizard and that.
Yeah.
Only the character itself is shiny.
Oh,
And so-
that's so cool.
So that's what they
Love that.
and honestly, I like the reverses more than I like the
Hmm.
hollows. So there's
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that is amazing. That's a reverse hollow.
That is a reverse hollow.
They should have done that one as like the main hollow. Those ones are tight.
I know. I agree. I agree.
Those ones are so cool.
Oh, and that's the mini hewn. That's
the mini
one we
hewn.
saw earlier in the non-hollow. Now,
Wow, that's beautiful.
yeah. So
I
there
really
we
like
go.
that. Yeah, but no swirl, so I don't know.
No
I'm
swirl.
just playing. I'm just playing. All right. So let's do this here. I got the Team Rocket. We'll see how it compares.
Yes.
Open this carefully. Oh man, I want to be able to preserve the pack a little bit.
Yeah, you should be a little nervous because this is the very first Pokemon versus MetaZoo pack battle in the history of the world.
All right. This is amazing. Here it is. We're making history
Yes.
today. The stakes are high. We will pray that. All right, I got the pack open, and I'm going to do the card trick, or I'm gonna go for 3. Oh, these are a little damp. What the hell? This one was cut weird. This one was off cut.
Oh, let me see.
Hold on. It's gonna be the first one. Make sure that's not the rare. So this one did not get the rounded edge. It's just straight up a square edge.
You want to know something?
Huh.
That is amazing. Is the bottom one square also?
No, it's just that right corner.
Just that one corner?
It's actually off cut, totally on the bottom too. You can't. It's really hard to see, but there's like a lip where the next card starts.
That's great. Get that protected. That is
Yeah.
That's a really cool air.
That is wild. What a weird error.
You know what? I think you beat me already.
What an interesting error. I've got a little. Oh, it's so off. What the heck on this side? So on this side, you can actually see like there's a.
I see that.
It's
Yeah.
like more card. How bizarre.
Man, that is super cool.
How bizarre.
People love those. People love the square cuts, the half square cuts, and that's a single square cut. That is really, really neat.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Man,
It is so bizarre.
love that. Keep that protected.
Absolutely. So we have a dark Golduck for our first one, the miscut. All right. Dark Jolteon. Let's see if this will adjust here. Boom. All right. Energy. We got an Ekans. And then where's the sweet spot with this focusing? Oh, there it is. Abra. Slowpoke. Got a Machop. Got Charmander.
Sign of things to come.
All right. Voltorb.
One more.
No, I think we got a couple more.
Okay.
Mankey, and then I think this is the last one, and a Dark Slowbro as the final card. All right. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know what the the value of a miscut card is, and I don't know who the.
Well,
who the
you know what?
victor is.
Your community is going to have to decide.
Yeah, I mean, amazing.
I'll tell you what.
Absolutely amazing.
If I was voting, I'd vote for you.
I might be the first victor in a pack battle
That's right.
against King Pokemon Gary.
Yes. And it took a miscut to do it.
It took a complete, absolute error to make that happen.
Because if that was not a miscut, it wouldn't have been close. I would have had you.
You would have had me. You
But
absolutely would have had me.
That card, I don't know.
Divine intervention just happened.
Yeah.
That's
That is
beautiful.
That's something.
That is absolutely incredible. I can't wait. So you might be lucky, but I might have a little bit on you, man.
Right. Yeah, well, let's see what your community says.
I can't wait. So that's pretty amazing. So let's get back to it. Let's get back to chatting, because I got some more questions for you if
sure.
you're cool to keep it
Yes.
rolling. Let's go back to the cards then. So obviously you have a pretty impressive collection. What do you think the overall value of your entire collection's at, if you don't mind sharing?
It's changed.
Yeah.
With these values that spiked up, and I mean, it's safe to say, I like to say at least $10 million is safe to say, but it could be quite a bit more than that.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be going down. For me, it doesn't really matter, if they go up or they go down, because I don't like to sell them. I like to own or have them. And so the couple times I did sell anything, it was in situations that I thought would help the hobby, and it did. So
Smart. That's good. I mean, it's a noble cause. It absolutely is a noble cause. Now, if you did, if just one day, somebody was like, I will offer you the most ridiculous price, and for some reason you just felt swayed that day, and you're like, all right, I'm doing it, and you sold your entire collection, what would be what would you buy? What would be the first things that you would buy?
Probably, it probably couldn't happen, because I have enough to pay my bills and and get stuff that I want, and that there's really nothing that I want more. I would have to want it a lot more than that. Than my collection. I can't think of anything. What could be better than that?
I know. And that is a perfect answer. I mean, that's just perfect. I mean, that's like the dream, where you say, even if I had more money, I don't want to do anything else with it. I'm already there. So that's incredible.
Plus, I have a lot of fun, just being the owner of that stuff.
Yeah.
I have a lot of fun. I go to a lot of shows. I go to conventions. I get the great opportunity to talk to people like you, and I mean, that's a whole lot comes along with that. That's a lot of fun too. And at this point, I'm retired, so mainly I like to do things that I enjoy, and this is what I enjoy. This and my charity work. So that's all that. And of course, I have my wife and little girl, and that, and.
Understandable. So, like I mentioned earlier, I did put a thing on a different Facebook group about, what kind of questions would you guys want answered? And there was a pretty funny one. I hope that you will also find this pretty funny. But I figured, why not ask it just for the comedy of it? So would you ever consider? First off, have you ever seen the movie Ready Player One?
Ready Player One. Have you seen that movie before? No.
Okay. Well, it's a really good one. It's kind of like a video game movie, and basically the synopsis of the movie is that this guy creates this extremely elaborate, in-depth virtual reality video game that everybody loves called The Oasis. And when the guy passes away, an announcement goes on all over the world, because everybody in the world plays this video game. And basically this announcement goes on and says, I have hidden 3 secret clues all throughout the video game, and whoever can find all 3 gets ownership of the game. And it's a really good movie. It's actually really, really good. But somebody in the comments asked if you would ever consider some form of Ready Player One treasure hunt for some of your goodies ever in the future.
It's funny. There was a guy, a rich guy, who hid a bunch of gold coins, a ton of money, right, inside of a little treasure chest, and then buried it somewhere. I think it was in the Colorado mountains or something. And for 10 years or 15 years or something, he had people, he wrote a poem or something, or a prose, and he said the hints were all inside that on where he buried that treasure. and whoever can decipher it, go to the, I think it's the Rocky Mountains, it's somewhere like that, and try to and look for it and try to find it. That then they'll own those things, right? And it was a ton of money, and or a ton of value, and so 4 or 5 people died looking for it. Either they got caught in the elements, or they went off a cliff or something.
Jeez.
4 or 5 people, and he took a lot of heat, to call it off, because people were coming. Some people were getting killed, and people were getting injured, and but he wouldn't call it off. And then he finally sent a message, like what you were just saying. He sent a message to that whole community of treasure seekers and hikers, and saying the treasure has been found. And sure enough, 3 months later, he passed away. By the way, he was in his 80s, and the treasure was found. And the guy who found the treasure didn't want much publicity. He gave one little interview, and that was it.
Wow.
So that actually got me thinking a little bit about what you're asking. Thinking about, well, wouldn't that be something if I took a PSA 10 Charizard, first edition Charizard, and I hid it somewhere in Las Vegas, and gave clues and all that.
That would be amazing.
So that's actually not as funny of a question as you think, because
that is great.
Yeah, just this last week, after hearing about that story, I thought, I wonder if I did something like that, what would happen?
Well, I'm all aboard. That sounds amazing. That is incredible. Wow, so that is so funny, because I read that question. I was like, this is so funny. Like, I'll just ask it. Why not?
Right.
So I'm sure he'll end up being hyped. I'll send it to him in a message. But yes, so I think that I have basically asked most of the questions that I want to ask. Is there anything else? Just if there's anything that you've always wanted to share with people that people just don't ask you, well, you got anything else you would love to share?
Yeah, well, you can imagine I get, I've pretty much been asked it all. My big passion now also is brain health, brain health and autism. And our little daughter, our 6.5-year-old daughter, has autism, and and I take her for 12 treatments a week. Just me myself take her to 12 treatments, half-hour treatments a week, and so because of that, I have a new passion outside of Pokemon, which is raising money for that.
Love it.
And something. It's good for all of your listeners in that, I got to tell you, I get way, way, way more out of the charity work than I put into it. Way more. And so, in fact, sometimes I feel a little guilty that it just is, hardly even reciprocal, that, I just feel so good all the time with every little donation that comes in, every little, Rocky Mountain Collectibles, a young man named Ellis at Rocky Mountain Collectibles. He's doing a big charity drive for the Aoki Foundation this coming week. And he's already raised like $6,000-7,000 just by selling raffle tickets. He has a store in Colorado, and he sells raffle tickets. On my Instagram, it shows his store with his case, and then with a donation jar. And when you figure all that out, that all adds up to thousands of dollars, and it goes to such a good cause for kids who otherwise would not be able to get those treatments. It's as simple as that. And so, so it just knowing what he's doing, is reward enough for me. That's and yet it's good for him. It's good for his business. It's good for his life, you know. And so, being charitable is just one of those life bonuses where you benefit way more than what you give. That's for sure.
Anyways, yes, thank you for joining
Thank you
so
also.
much. I really appreciate you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you guys again for watching the video. I really appreciate you all. If you haven't already, please leave a like, subscribe, and also subscribe to Gary. I'm sure he will appreciate it. And also, if in case you guys are interested, I am doing working on a project. I'm working on a new video where I trade an amazing rare Celebi all the way up for a Neo Destiny booster box. So I'm trying to trade all the way up to that, sell the packs out of it, and then donate a bunch of the money to charity to help support mental health. So if you're interested in being a part of that, I'll leave a link down below just straight to my website, gertisofearth.com, where you can see my progress, you can see the trades I've made, you can see what people have offered, and you can submit anything you're willing to trade, anything you want to donate, or if you want to buy one of the packs when the time comes. And then also I do have other cards and sealed product and stuff for sale, which you are welcome to hit me up about as well. Again, I appreciate you all. Please follow Gary and myself on our social media channels, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you.